Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Rouler and today I have for you a very interesting tier list for JEBUS Outcast. JEBUS Outcast is a template very popular in our time. If you are not familiar with the name, JEBUS Outcast is the template when you are playing only one hero. And I have all the towns that you can play in the game, and we will do the tier list of it. It will be my tier list, so you can agree or disagree with some choices, and you can let me know in the comment how your tier list would look like. So let's start with the Bastion, because this is our first town on the left, and I will put it here. Basically, this town is very bad. Okay. So first thing are the heroes. So you have three choices here: one mage and two warriors. So for the warriors you have Genova, that starts with advanced archery and has specialization with gold. She will give you 350 gold every turn. And Clancy is the one that will start with interference and pathfinding, I think, and he has the specialization of unicorns. Also, we have the Eleshar that has specialization in intelligence, so he will have a lot of mana for the final battle or for the control game, but you will probably choose between Genova and Clancy. And here's the thing, this town has actually a very good Pandora boxes, so that's a big plus, because the centaurs are very good, dwarves are good for the taupes, then you have elves or grand elves that are very good. You have next Pegasus that are very okay for the biome play. They're okay. After that, just the fast unit if you will upgrade them. And next one you have the Ents, yeah. So they are very good to the taupes like the dwarves. So the Pandora boxes are not that bad, but the problem is you will have to commit to something. So there are some options, for example, committing for the Pandora boxes and the army from it, or committing to the unicorns. And here's the problem: you will need 10 crystals to build the Pegasus and 10 gems to build the unicorns. This is a lot for JEBUS Outcast when we have only one hero. Very often when I was playing Bastion, I have the situation when I didn't get any of those resources, or I get crystals and I didn't get gems, or other way around. Also, you need a ton of wood for this castle. So, like, if you will not find for this town, if you will not find early tartac, there is problems. So yeah, for me this is in the not like this tier. Like, you can very often win. I have one situation not that long ago when I have something like 150 war unicorns, and they were berserk for several turns. They were my only units on the battlefield. They were berserk for several turns. I didn't cast any spell for 7 turns, and I won because those unicorns in the berserk mode just kill my opponent. That was actually pretty funny, because I was like watching final battle like this, yeah, and berserk, and I was like okay, and I won. So it was actually pretty funny. But yeah, this sound is like meh. Don't play it if you are not forced to. Second town we have Castle, and I will just put it here for the start, and then we can talk about it. This town Castle is just perfect to play for me personally. You can go for the cavalry, you can go for the angels. You have very nice hero, because you can play Sorsha or Trees. Trees has the specialization with cavalry, but she starts with tactics, which is not that good. Tactics and leadership, and Sorska start with leadership and offense. Offense is obviously better, so I like her more. But there is a lot of playstyle you can get. You can, for example, don't go for the cavalry if you will, for example, find 2 Portal of Glory near each other, and you, for example, get Pandora box with the crossbowman of the halberdier. You can actually do it. This is crazy. And if we are speaking about the Pandora box, they are very good. Like halberdiers are very good, crossbowmen are very good. Then you have griffs, griffins that are not that good, but they can like block a lot for your archers, or they are just meat for the taupes. Then you have swordsmen for Sorska. If you have those swordsmen, oh, this feels good. Like 2 Pandora books with 20 swordsmen, and you are just steamrolling the game. And then you have monks. Pretty good unit for the Pandora box, help with a lot of fights. So for me, PogChamp for sure. PogChamp for sure. Next town, not that PogChamp. Actually, not like this. Conflux. Let's start with the hero of Conflux. Heroes are actually pretty good, because you will probably choose between mage and warrior. The mage one will be silly, with the specialization with magic arrow that will deal 50% more damage, or with the Fure. Fure with the advanced offense, pretty good unit, specialization with fire and energy elementals. And this town is bad. This town is bad because of the Pandora boxes. So if you are playing Conflux and you will see easy Pandora box, you are like, yay, easy Pandora box, and then you are like, oh, but it will be probably very bad. You will open the Pandora box and you will see pixies. Okay, if they are upgraded, if they are not upgraded, okay, they can do some work in the very early game. They can do some work, yeah. Then you will have air elemental or storm elemental. They are good. They are pretty good. You want them from every Pandora box in the map, basically, because then you have water elemental that has 4 speed. It will slow you down tremendously and also do nothing. Then you have fire elemental that will do nothing and slow you down too. They have because they have 6 speed. Then you have energy elemental that are pretty good. Energy elemental are okay. And then you have earth elemental that are just meat for the taupe, as well as fire elemental and air and water elemental. So tier 3, tier 4 and tier 5 from the Pandora boxes is just the meat for the taupe. And you need to do the taupe with something. So you will probably do it with the psychic elemental that will build in your town. And this is the 1+ of this town, because you need to have wood and stone to get to psychic elemental. So that's okay. But doing them in the early game is not that easy. If you are playing silly, it is easy. If you are playing Fure, it is probably okay after you will do first Pandora box. So yeah, this town is very hard to play. Also because the psychic elemental, if you are upgrade them to magic elemental, they are immune to magic, and that's the problem. And because you will not be able to buff them, so you will not bless them, you will not shield them. They have only 9 speed. Sorry. So yeah. If you are fighting with something that has less than 9 speed, it is good, because they have no retaliation, so you can hit for free. But if something is faster, it is a problem. So it is not like this place. So next town we have Cove. And Cove I will place here. And also we have the 2 choices of the hero, mage and the warrior. The warrior is the Jeremy for me, because of the cannon and the specialization with cannon. And second one is the Evo. Evo is the hero that starts with the clone. Personally, for me, Jeremy is better because of the cannon and how fast it is ramping. Actually, the cannon can win you a lot of fight alone. So I like it very much. And in the latest state of the game, the cannon actually hit like a truck. If you have like 20-30 attack, it is just destroying your opponent. So heroes are very good. Pandora boxes are good too, because if you are getting nymphs, it is very good. Crewmates are just the meat for the taupe. Pirates are okay, but they can mess your army a little bit because they had three types, yeah, standard, first upgrade, and second upgrade. So it can be possible. I had the situation once that I had 3 Pandora boxes and 3 different pirates from there. So it is actually a little bit messy. It can be a little bit messy with it. Then you can have Stormbeard or Acids, and they are both very good. Very fast unit. If you will upgrade them, they are very powerful. And Witches are okay. So yeah, Pandora boxes are very, very okay. Heroes are very strong, and the Nyxes that you are building are very fast and very cheap. So to build the Nyxes in your town, you just need to build nest and Nyx fort. That's all. So you need to have some wood and some stone. Pretty good, yeah. And because it takes only 2 turns, it is very easy to do double build. So you are taking your second town in your biome, and you have two Nyx fort, like in the second week, for example, with 2 Nyxes captured, like Nyx fort captured on the map. Those Nyxes will start to ramp up in your towns, and you will have a big army of those creatures. So this town is pretty good. For me, it is the Kraygasm. And you will often want to play this town, and you will feel good about it. Next town we have Dungeon. I love Dungeon. I don't know which of those towns I love more. Probably Dungeon, but I cannot decide. Like, Dungeon is so powerful that it is unspeakable. First thing, the heroes. You have actually 4 choices, but I will count only 3 because for me Damakon is not that good. So first thing is Dace. He starts with offense and tactics. Tactics, as I said, is not that good in JEBUS Outcast, but it is okay. He has specialization with Minotaurs. Then you have Dimmer, which starts with the Meteor Shower and will probably give you free dragon in the early game without basically having an army. Like, you need to have some army, but not that much if you have Dimmer, because you will catch some spell power, catch earth magic that will lower the cost of your Meteor Shower, and you are good to go to do your first dragon. If you have first dragon, you are just building the summoning portal in your town. You have second dragon, and with 2 dragons and the Dimmer, you are doing everything on the map. And the third pick is actually Lorelei. And I didn't play her, but I saw a lot of players do, and she is very heavy tempo character for the dungeon, because you are starting with the big stack of harpies that you will upgrade very fast, and you can actually do almost every Pandora box on the map. And Pandora box will give you army that will give you more tempo, so you can do more Pandora boxes, and you can actually break to the desert pretty fast if you are lucky with the Pandora boxes. Or with those Pandora boxes, you can actually easily do dragons and be like Dimmer, but with the tempo, actually. So yeah, those are 3 choices. The Pandora boxes for this town are very good because the troglodyte are very good, harpies are okay, are very good. Evil Eye or Observers are very good. Medusas and are very good. And the Minotaurs are okay, so like there's nothing bad that you can actually draw from the Pandora box. Like maybe unupgraded Harpies are the worst, or the late unupgraded Troglodyte, because they will slow your army, but other than that you are very happy of the drops. And also if you are playing dungeon, you will have second dungeon in your starting zone. So imagine you have one dragon in first week with the portal in your main town. Then you will find second dragon on the map, and you will capture your second town. So you have right now 2 dragons on the map and 2 portals for the dragons. So you are actually not spending that much money, because the portal summoning portal cost 2500 and 5 stone. That is basically nothing, and you will just need to pay for the dragons with the sulfur and with money, yeah? So this is perfect, and you will have 2 magic vortex to boost your mana. So for example, your Dimmer is running with infinite mana. It is just crazy how dungeon is good. So yeah, PogChamp. And next town we have Fortress. So Fortress for me is here or here. I can't decide with this town. It is very hard for me. It is probably the hardest town for me to decide where it is. I think I will put it here because of how wyverns are, how good are wyverns. So here we have three heroes to choose from. 3 hero choices. First of them is Alkin. Alkin starts with offense and armorer, so it is basically the definition of the warrior, and he has the specialization in Gorgons. So Gorgons are okay, but for me they are too slow, and they are easily kited by faster units on the map or by the opponent in the final battle. Then we have Brockhild, who starts with scouting and with armorer, and he has specialization in wyverns. So this is pretty strong, because wyverns, when we upgrade them, have 11 speed, and with him they have 12 speed. That is very fast unit and very powerful unit. And the third choice is the mage, Adrienne, that starts with expert fire magic and with basic wisdom and Inferno spell. So if you like playing mages, you will find very good mage here too. From the Pandora boxes you will get very nice army, because you can get gnolls that are pretty good, lizardmen that are very good, serpents that are insane in final battle, because if you will upgrade them, not only they are very fast, they also have the dispel ability. So imagine your opponent having 20 archangels and putting the anti-magic for them, and you are just going with your serpent, attacking it once, taking the retaliation off, and dispelling his magic shield. This is very good unit for the final battle. Then we will have Gorgons and Basilisk and Gorgons in that order, that are just the meat for the taupes. If you are playing Alkin, you will probably save your Gorgons, but other than that you will probably use it for the taupes. And building the wyverns is very insane, because in the first turn you can build wyverns. So if you are playing, for example, Brockhild, you are starting with 2 wyverns on your side. So if you will find some wyverns on the map, you will probably very fast be able to do it and stack them. Very nice. Okay, so we have 4 towns to go, and right now we have Inferno. For me it is here. No, okay, but for sure, like, I hate Inferno. I hate Inferno very much. I know it should be here, but this is my tier list, so it will be here. Why not here? Because I know this town is very okay. It is very okay town, but I just hate it. I hate to play Inferno. The hero in the Inferno we'll choose from are probably Nemus and Marius. Marius has specialization with demons and starts with advanced armorer, and the Nemus start with advanced offense and have specialization in pit fiends. And why I hate this town? Because of the demon farming. I hate demon farm. And you can actually demon farm very well on the JEBUS Outcast, because you will have a lot of Pandora boxes with army. So for example, you are doing first Pandora box and you will get army. Then you see, okay, there is a second Pandora box. You are going there and you are fighting for it. In the fight for the Pandora box, second one, you are sacrificing your army to get more demons. Then you are opening the Pandora box and you are going for the third one, because you still have meat for the second one. And then you are sacrificing the second Pandora box for the demons, and you have third Pandora box, and you can sacrifice even more units to have more demons. So it can be a little bit crazy actually how good you can stack up those demons in these fights. But I actually don't like it that much. If you are not doing demon farming, the Pandora boxes are pretty okay. Imps are imps, they are very fast and you can outmaneuver a lot of units in the early game. Then you have Gogs, a very good unit. If you will upgrade them, will help you do a lot of fights in the early game too, and even in the break. Then you will have Hellhound, that are okay but not insane. Demons and Pit Fiends. Pit Fiends, of course, very good. If you are playing, for example, Nemus, you want Pit Fiends all day long. If you are playing Marius, you obviously want demons from the Pandora boxes. So that's it. I don't know if it's worth it to build Ifrits here. I will just focus on the Pit Fiends and doing the demon farming if I would be forced to play this town. So for me it is in the Bible Thump category. Okay, next town we will have Necropolis, and Necropolis for me is not here, but here. And why Necropolis is in the smoke? Like someone will say, I always ban Necropolis, it is so bad town. No. For first thing, you have only one for me. There is only one choice of the hero. You need to pick Tamika, because she has offense. Of course, necromancy and offense. It is very good. She has magic arrow in her spell book. And she has the specialization of the Black Knight. What more do you want to have in one hero for the JEBUS Outcast? It is perfect hero for it, and it is even better if you are able to do some Pandora boxes, because every Pandora box you will get from the Necropolis, expect of the zombies, if you want them for the taupe, or the leashes, are skeletons. You are getting zombies, you are getting skeletons. You are getting skeletons, you are getting skeletons. You are getting wraith, you are getting skeletons. You are getting vampires, you are getting skeletons. Like everything you can be transferred for the skeletons. Expect leashes, because leashes are actually very okay, and zombies if you need them to do taupe. So you can actually have a lot of skeletons, and also you can farm Black Knight, and Black Knights with Tamika with the 11 speed and being the most powerful level 6 units in the game, you are just crushing your opponents. Like I had games when I had 400 skeletons and like 40 something Black Knights in week 4 and just going for the break and crushing everything that was standing in my way. So actually play Necropolia, be smart about it, because you actually need to know how to play it, because it is very hard, maybe not very hard, but can be hard to build the Black Knights with the Dread Knight in the first week, because you need to have Mage Guild, then you need to have Vampires, then you need to have Mausoleum, and then you can build it. So you need to be very careful, and you also want to have town. Well, the building for the money, yeah. So you need to be careful. You need to gather a lot of town hall, yeah, town hall. There it is. So you need to gather a lot of resources and a lot of money. But if you will manage to do it, you will feel very good about playing this castle. So for me, it is Morg. Then we have the Stronghold. Stronghold going for the Kraygasm. Why? Because of the behemoths that are very strong and very cheap unit. But start with the heroes. Here we have probably one choice. For me, it is Shiva. Shiva starts with offense and scouting. Scouting is very good in JEBUS Outcast, and offense is of course very good. Barbarian with offense, of course, it needs to be there. And Shiva. Oh no, there is actually a second hero that you can play, Gurnison. If you like to play with Ballista, Gurnison is a champion to play. It can be very effective as Jeremy in the Cove. Also, Gurnison can be very effective, but I like Shiva more. And first thing, you are starting with 4 rocks because you can build them in the first day, and in the second day, sorry, you can build actually behemoths, but you need to have 10 crystals, 10 wood, and 10 stone. You will probably not have them, and 10,000 gold in the first day or second day, but they are very cheap to build because you just need to have crystals. Wood and stone you will get for sure. Okay, sorry for that. And this is actually very, very nice town to play. Also, the Pandora boxes are very fine. Goblins are okay. Wolf Riders or Wolf Raiders are okay. Then you have Orcs that are okay. They are a little bit slow like Ogres, but still they are pretty good. Ogres are perfect for taupes. And then you can have the rocks. If you are playing Shiva and you are getting rocks from the Pandora box, this is just a PogChamp moment. And doing the behemoth fight for the behemoth dwelling is pretty easy. Pretty easy, like one Pandora box with something and you have it. So yeah, you can steamroll very fast, and it is actually pretty easy to get ancient behemoths because you just need 20 crystals. And why it is easy? Like 20 crystals is not easy to get, but you will have probably a lot of dwarven treasures on the map, and they are very easy to do, and you will get a lot of crystals from there. So crystals will not be a problem in the third, for example, in the third week to get. So yeah, Stronghold is going here. It is very strong town, and you will probably be happy to play it. Last town, but not least, we have Tower. And Tower is here or here. I think it is here, and I will tell you why. For example, for first thing, hero. This is the same situation as it was with the Cove. We have one warrior and one mage. The warrior will be the Risa with the basic offense and basic mana regen skill. Like what is it called? Mysticism, yeah, mysticism. So she will regenerate 5 mana every turn, and she starts with the magic arrow. So you have infinite magic arrow spam from the start of this game for Risa, and you have offense. Her specialization is a little bit weaker because she specializes with mercury, but it is actually pretty good because after some turns you have so many mercuries that you can trade it for different resources that you actually need. Sorry for that. And the mage one is the sawmill. If you like to play mages, you'll probably play sawmill, but for me Ritza is very good, especially because you will farm nagas here. You can also go for giants, but personally I think nagas are better. They are slow, that's the main problem, and they are very expensive. You actually need to work hard for your economy, and this is why it is not here, because it is so expensive. I had games when I have like 27 nagas, let's say, upgraded, and I did the taupe, and I go for the second town. I bought naga there. I go for the building. I bought naga. I go for the main town, and I wasn't able to upgrade and buy all of my nagas after taupe because they are so expensive. So that's the problem, and they are slow. They are very good fighting stats, like probably second best units, or even the best units if we're talking purely by the fighting stats. But for example, Black Knights have 10 speed, yeah, and Nagas have 7 speed. Of course, they have no retaliation, but for example, Black Knight have double damage if it will go off, or the curse, yeah, effect. For example, Wyverns have 11 speed, and they can poison you and lower your max HP. So yeah, Nagas have some problems, but still, if you will manage to capture, like I had one game when I captured three Nagas dwelling in the first week and built it in the main town. And this was the game when I had so much trouble to in buying them, because I had so much Nagas that I couldn't buy them. So work with your economy, be smart about the gameplay, and you will succeed with tower. And the Pandora boxes from tower are pretty okay, because you will have gremlins or master gremlins. Both of them are good, because gremlins you will just upgrade and you will do everything on the map. Gargoyles are pretty bad, but they are fast, they can kite, and they are good for taupes to just tank damage. Same as golems, they will slow you down a little bit, but they are very good for taupes. Mages are very good, and the genes, if you will open the upgraded genes, it is perfect for you. So that's my list of the towns. Let me know in the comment if you are agree with them or no. What will you change? Which town will you put higher or lower? Remember to subscribe, remember to click the bell, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye and bye.